Hey, what's up, family? This is Gen X Cowboy coming to you from Family First Sports, where we talk all Dallas Cowboy football. Man, I want y'all to listen to something, man. Cowboys in the season, 6-10. It's been a long season. But I want y'all to hear something real quick.
I didn't even know about it until I read about it. You liar! So nothing at all. Those incentives are in there for the team, and we put them in there so that if someone is, in his case, as a backup quarterback, has to play, they've got the financial incentives, but they're usually put in there because of people representing him, and they should be. So he did really earn some pretty serious incentives this year.
What did you think of Trey Lance?
I thought he really played well, and I was really proud of him. He liked the way that he showed delivery on the ball, the arm strength, the way the passes got there, zip on the ball. And then, of course, we all know that if he gets a little room, he can really has a lot of speed and can be a real serious threat that way.
Man, do you guys understand how hard it is to be a Dallas Cowboy football fan? I don't think no team in the NFL has to go through the foolishness that we Cowboy fans have to go through. I'm talking about dealing with this clown, man. Isn't this the guy that says he knows it all? Nothing that goes around with the Cowboys, he knows everything? Isn't he the GM of the football team? How you know this man don't get paid $550,000, has an incentive in his contract to play one more game, start one more game, and you didn't know that, and you played Trey Lance the last game of the year? That's number one. Number two, could somebody please explain to me, and I really want somebody to explain this. I want you guys to go in the comments and just tell me your thoughts on this. Why hasn't Trey Lance been playing since the day that Dak Prescott got hurt? Just think about this now. Did we have a chance at all going to the playoffs? We started out, 3-6, 3-7? Did we even have a chance? And if we did have a chance, were we going to make any noise? You just lost our starting quarterback. Why would you not put in the guy who you have invested 2 years, a 4th round pick? Why haven't you put him in the game since Dak was hurt? What would Trey Lance look like if he was in the game when Dak got hurt until now? He had 5 or 6 games under his belt. What would he have looked like? And I'm not by no means saying Trey Lance is a barn burner. He had such a fantastic game. He had a great game. I don't care what nobody say. What's funny, I can't wait for tomorrow, because I can't wait to see these content creators who love Dak Prescott. They're going to pick every part of Trey Lance's game out like it was horrible. Just like they did when Cooper Rush went on this 5-2 or 4-2 record. Even though he was winning, they picked out every horrible thing he did. And he was bad at some things, but they ain't never told you this good stuff. Because they love Dak so much, man. And I like Dak. I don't love him. I don't. Trey Lance looked great today. But what would Trey Lance look like with 5 or 6 starts under his belt? We'll never know. See, that's the problem I got with Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones, all this stuff. If we know that we ain't gonna make the playoffs, what the hell we playing Cooper Rush for? Why didn't I see Trey Lance earlier in the year and him getting starts under his belt? Would he have gotten better and better and better? Why were y'all afraid to show us that? Somebody in the comments tell me, why were they afraid to show me who Trey Lance really could be? Because I don't know what we saw today. Is that the real Trey Lance? Could he be consistent? Could he get better? Or was that his ceiling today? Yeah, by no means. He didn't have this fantastic, phenomenal game. But he was decent. He was okay. He was enough. He played good enough to win. So I want to know, what would Trey Lance look like with 5 to 6 games under his belt? We could have found all that out this year. Why didn't we do that? I can tell you why. Mike McCarthy don't make no decisions here. It's all Jerry Jones and his son. It's politics in Dallas. Our fan base has to be the most frustrated fan base in sports history because we're run by an egomaniac who plays politics with his team, who doesn't do the necessary things to win football games or Super Bowls. He doesn't go over the top. And here's the thing. Here's a sticker. It's not like he don't know how to do it because he did it before. You remember when Jimmy was here? What did we do? We went and got a Deion Sanders, right? We went and got a Charles Haley, right? We went and got, even though we had a stacked team, we went and got the necessary pieces to put us over the top. So he knows what to do. Tell me why he ain't pulling the trigger, guys. The reason why he ain't pulling the trigger, in my estimation, is because he's not in it to win Super Bowls anymore. He's in it to be relevant. So you notice Jerry comes down from his box and he talks on the microphone like he's a player. The news want to interview him because it's more fodder for them. But he acts as if he is the quarterback. He played the game, and he wants microphones in his mouth to tell. Every Sunday he does this. No owner in the NFL does this, but he does that. See, this is a toy. The Dallas Cowboys are a toy. He struck gold with Jimmy Johnson. He struck gold. Until that goal he struck, he wasn't getting the credit for it. So he got rid of Jimmy. But now he wants to be in front of everything. He thinks he's a player. This is his dream in life. As a kid, he probably wanted to play in sports, and he wanted to have microphones in his face. He not only talks every Sunday, he has a radio show on every 2 times a week now, I think. But he has to talk. Here's the deal. There's 31 GMs that's in the NFL that's on a time clock. And when I say on a time clock, I mean their team has to get better or they're out. They're gone. So they got to make the necessary moves to get them to stay there in their jobs. And if they don't do them, they're out of here. 31 teams has that. One doesn't. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't on no time clock. See, they can do all kind of foolishness, like pay Trey Lance for 2 years and don't start him and sit him. They can do that. They're not worried about being fired. They can not take advantage of free agency when all you got to do is move money around and go get a Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. They can do that. But they're not going to do that because they ain't worried about getting fired. They can pay Dak Prescott hours before the first game of the season. They can do that because they ain't worried about getting fired. You can pay CeeDee Lamb a week before the season starts. You can do that because you know you're coming back. You know you're coming back. You ain't got to worry about nobody getting rid of you. See, that's the dilemma us Cowboy fans have. We have a person in control that can't fire himself. He can't fire himself. Ain't that crazy? Think about that. I can do whatever I want. Everything he do, as far as marketing, is gold. His team is worth $11 billion. You remember when it was a big to-do when Jerry decided not to go with Coke and he went with Pepsi? At that time, he was one of the only teams who did that. He had his own licensing deal. He's a genius when it comes to marketing and pushing the product. When it comes to NFL, He don't know what he's doing. He never did. So he put people in place to help him do this. And then he tries to take credit for it. Now we're 6-10. We have the 12th overall pick in the draft. The 12th overall pick. Will McClay, I think, gonna do his magic again. I think we're gonna have a great draft. Our GM needs to pick the pieces to go along with what we have. Michael Parsons needs another person to help him pass rush. Just think about it. The Giants has 2 pass rushers. The Chargers got 2 pass rushers. 49ers got 2 pass rushers. He needs another pass rusher to pair with him. We need another wide receiver to pair with CD Lamb. And more than anything, we need 2 running backs, not 1 no more, because Rico Dowdle's gone. They ain't paying Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle's a 1,000-yard rusher now. They ain't paying him. They're going to draft. So, don't draft 1, draft 2. And I want Rico Dowdle to stay. I want him to stay, but I know we're not going to pay him. We're not going to pay him. That's who Jerry is. So, get us another wide receiver via the draft or free agency. The pair with CD Lamb. Go get us a running back in free agency and a drafted running back. Okay? Or re-sign Rico Dowdle, which I doubt if we do. Maybe get an offensive lineman. I don't believe in replacing Guyton. Give Guyton and Asim Richards. Get them guys some time to develop, bro. Everybody's so ready to take another lineman and give Guyton a whole season yet. Give the man another year. Don't draft no lineman. We got enough linemen. Hoffman played his ass off this year. Y'all ready to get rid of Hoffman. And he replaced Zach Martin like it wasn't nothing. Did better than Zach Martin. I know Zach was hurt, but he did better than Zach Martin. Get us a defensive tackle, some more pieces on the defense. Keep Mike Zimmer. And guys, let's be real. Mike McCarthy ain't going nowhere. Y'all stop all this. Stop this madness. He ain't going nowhere. I know y'all want a coach. I want a new coach. But he not going nowhere because that egomaniac is comfortable with him. He's comfortable with Mike. He wants to be in control. He don't want no coach to come in and spit no fire to him. You think if we get a coach that comes here and wins, you think Jerry gonna get credit? It's gonna be the same thing with Jimmy. He wants to be responsible for this. All right, I'm gonna end the show, but I gotta say who I want my next coach to be if Mike McCarthy was to be replaced. You guys done heard me say it before. You guys done heard me talk about him before. I want Brian Flores as our next head coach. Brian Flores is a hell of a coach. He was blackballed in Miami because of the owner. He called the owner out and he was blackballed. He had Miami on an up scale. They were going up. I know he had some problems with the quarterback, Tua. Who cares? This man is a great coach. Great coach. And he had Miami looking pretty doggone good. I think Brian Flores should be our next coach. And I guarantee you, if anybody in the NFL give him a shot, whoever he goes to, they're going to be competitive and they're going to be a great football team in the long run. But we dealing with somebody who don't listen to nobody and think he knows everything, don't know shit. Anyway, I want to thank my 107 subscribers, man. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'm sorry to make this show so long, but I just want to get my thoughts out for the end of the season. And thank you guys for rocking with me, though, man. My 107 subscribers, I know in the YouTube world, that's not a lot. That's a lot for me. That's a lot for me, and I guarantee you guys, I'm going to bring you guys some great content moving forward, okay? All right, guys, I hope y'all guys have a good one. Y'all take care.